Hi, it's Lauren, and this is, oh my gosh, I think that I almost forgot what day we were on. It's 37 of our physical health journey. And tonight I'm going to just talk a little bit about the positivity of healthful food. So I've been alive a long time. I'm 63. And I've been interested in my health ever since I could remember. My dad was a doctor. He was really a good doctor. He got into it because he wanted steady work, not because he wanted to get rich. And so I have always been very health conscious. And even though he was a medical doctor, he didn't use drugs on us. I can probably count the number of times that I took anything. He didn't even like antibiotics. He said that you build up a resistance to them and don't, just save them for when it's like a life or death situation. Of course, something like a spider bite or something, you might need to have some antibiotics. But he didn't give us being me and my four sisters, he didn't give us vitamins, like synthetic vitamins. So he said that, we're a wealthy country and we can eat healthful foods that are going to have all the vitamins that we need. And I think he was right. We grew up healthfully. And so the the bad thing growing up was that we focused, and this time when I say we, it was really like society focused on what not to eat. So, oh, this is bad for you and that's bad for you and don't eat, I mean, I agree with some of it. Like, I really don't like to eat synthetic products like chemicals. If I can't pronounce it or I don't know what it is, I really don't want to eat it. But I'm trying to let myself just do, like, concentrate on eating the good things and not worry about what's on the list of don't eats this month. So, if a person concentrates on eating enough vegetables, you can't even possibly eat too much junk food because you're so full. Like, I just had a whole bag of cauliflower of many colors. I think it's a pound. And I just put a pre-made sauce. What kind of sauce was it? It was some kind of Indian. I don't remember. It was good. I think I got it at Trader Joe's, but I don't know. Sometimes I shop at Whole Foods. And sometimes I do shop a little bit at Costco. So, in fact, this is why today I was thinking about using positivity in food because I was limiting myself, no gluten, no, I tried not to eat dairy. And it's true, if I completely eliminate those foods, I think my body responds better. But at what cost. You know, when you go to a friend's house and they offer you something, or I'm at school, because I go to law school, so they give us free meals sometimes. Like law firms will come in and give lectures during lunchtime, and they'll cater sandwiches, something like that. So, you know, when somebody offers you something and then you turn your nose up at it or scrunch your nose like I just did because, oh, I don't eat gluten, I don't eat dairy, I don't eat, you know, no cheese for me. I don't know, it just doesn't sound right. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna try this. Just keeping, you know, accepting foods, of course, when I shop, buying the ones that I think are best for me. But, you know, eating a lot of fruits and vegetables and whole grains and meats. And you could see in the corner of the screen there's a turkey. That's, my husband killed that a long time ago, before I even knew him. And this morning he got another one. I'll say got instead of killed, it sounds nicer, but we do eat the meat. So, you know, it's nice that like wild turkey meat, and we have wild venison, and you know, if I add a little olive oil, I mean, olive oil is actually not bad for you in, you know, a limited quantity. So, and maybe even every once in a while, uh, the husband will bring home some fish that he's caught, and he cleans it, and then he cooks it. And so, oh my God, it is so good. I wish I could invite you all over for his fried fish dinner. You would never eat fish again unless it was his fried fish dinner. But anyways, so, you know, just once in a while to have deep fried, okay. I've eaten it before and I didn't like keel over dead instantly. But anyways, that's a lot of talk about food. And really what I think we want to do, I know what I want to do right now, is have a nice relaxing yoga, low to the ground, calm. This is going to be perfect for people who are going to go to sleep soon and they just want to wind down and have peace and calm and breathe. So let's start by breathing. I'm going to take a deep inhale through the nose and let it out. And again in through the nose and let it out. And now let's bring our arms up and over our heads. Bind the fingers together with the index fingers pointing up, and bring yourself gently over to the right and then to the left. And this is about the extent of our movement and activity. tonight. Let's bring it up to the center and let your arms fall open into a goalpost. Feel the stretch through those muscles in your shoulders, your pectorals, and lift up again. And let it down. And lift up. And now we're going to add a twist. So you're taking your right hand to your left knee, twist back, and twist to the front, lifting the arms, then down over left hand, right knee, right hand behind, and stretch. Let's breathe in, arms up, and lower them down. Now, if this is your first time joining us and any of this seems too much for you, you can go back to day one and you'll notice it's only 37 days ago, but you'll notice the difference in what I'm able to do and how my body's looking just from that short time, and hopefully you'll have the same kind of results. But you could start with day one, or you can just make adjustments as you need them. So if your hips can't sit down on the ground with your knees bent like this, and you want to try to stay bent knee, put a block underneath your hips. There you go. And that actually makes a really nice stretch in your upper thigh as well. So, and I want to tell you not to ever have it hurt, that you want it always to feel good. But this position for me is putting a little bit too much strain right there. But it kind of feels good if I dig my thumb into it like a massage. So you can do that too. Try to just go as far as your body is comfortable. Like, we don't want you straining anything. I'm going to take that out from underneath me. I'm actually comfortable down this way. But you can always give yourself a little massage. Now, let's take our legs out straight in front and then reach down towards your toes. Again, if this is your first time with us and you haven't been exercising for a while or ever, start at your knees. And then each day you'll go a little further. And you know, there will be days where you're not going as far as you were the day before, because our bodies, they're just changing, growing. It does depend on what you put in it. You might have not taken enough water in. That's it. It's amazing how hard it is to drink like the 64 ounces of water every day. So that's what I'm getting at, is that if you tell yourself that you're going to do the good thing for yourself, so I'm going to drink 64 ounces of water today, and then you do. You just pace it out through the day, carry a water bottle with you. But if you're drinking all that water, for one thing, your mouth is busy. You don't have time to be eating snacks, you know. Anyways, now my mouth is busy talking too much. Let's take one more moment here and this stretch forward. Eventually, maybe you'll get to reach around your feet. maybe just to your toes, maybe your ankles, your shins, your knees, or your thighs, and pressing the shoulders all the way down, away from your ears. Let's drop the head down to the right and then roll it forward slowly. Rolling, rolling, rolling slowly. And then back in the other direction. Very nice. Here we go, one more. One more in each direction. So here you go. And notice how the stretch changes and moves as your head does. So when your chin is down to your chest, you might be feeling it back in the top of your spine. And then of course when you go to your ear, you feel the stretch down the other opposite side of your neck. And then bringing your head to the center. Let's bring the soles of our feet together. And this is where, if you have blocks, you can put them underneath your knees to give your knees support if they don't just flop down. Not the block, but if your knees don't flop down and lay flat on the ground, then using a couple blocks, or you could use bolsters, pillows, whatever is going to help you to have your knees feel supported. And if you don't have anything at all, that's fine too. The further forward that you bring your feet, well, as you bring your feet forward, it will be easier to get your knees towards the floor. But then at a certain point, it's kind of an uncomfortable angle. So just go to where it's comfortable, and then you can pull yourself down, hanging on to your ankles or your calves. You can pull yourself down. Try to push in your lower back so that your back is straight. Or think about having someone else pushing on your lower back, or call your spouse and say, hey, get in here. I need you to push on my lower back. My spouse is gone tonight because he's hunting. And then you can round your back. And then straighten it out, pushing in. And lift it up. Let's straighten the legs out again. This time we'll bring our legs open and reaching out. You can reach out to, I am comfortable reaching towards my ankles. If it's better for you, like you feel more supported, bring your hands out in front of you. Again, this is your time, it's your body, so you know what's going to feel good for you, or when something starts to not feel right, then back off. Now we're going to reach forward just to that perfect sweet spot. And then I'll invite you to reach out over your left foot or your left leg, keeping the right hip down so you're sitting equally on both sides. And then walking the hands around again to the right side. For me, this side is easier. Of course, I mirror, so when I'm going to my left, I say, reach to your right. So, but we're all different. There's some lefties and some who aren't, and there's some people who are ambidextrous. So walk around now and walk your hands up. Let's bring the feet in. And you might notice that I didn't have my mat facing you, which is normally what I would do, is have the mat going the same way as my legs. But I didn't want to have to change it around when we came to laying down. So I wanted you to be able to see me from the side. So we're going to just lay your back down. You're looking straight up at the ceiling or the sky if you're outdoors. Kind of give your hips a little tuck in so you feel your lower back press down into the floor. And then we're going to take the right leg up and the left leg up to meet it. And you can push through your heels if that's accessible to you. And if you have a wall close by and you want something extra relaxing and less work, less effort, then you have to kind of get your bottom as close to the where the wall and the floor intersect, and then kind of throw your legs up the wall. It's a little awkward to get into the position, but once you're there, then you can relax, and it feels great to have the blood flowing in the opposite direction. If you like, you could kind of paddle your feet like that. And you can make circles in the other direction. It should just feel really nice. And then when you're ready, bring your knees in towards your chest, kind of grab behind your knees or your thighs and roll side to side. Give yourself a massage on your lower back. And then gently place your feet down side by side with your knees facing up. And you're going to take one foot and put it on top of the opposite knee, just below the knee. So it's on your thigh. And then lift the supporting leg up and try to keep well, for me it's the right. Try to keep it so that it doesn't come back in towards you. So you're almost like pushing it out. There you go. You could use your elbow actually to push it out. And then we're going to take the supporting leg, drop it down, and switch sides. Oh, so now you've got that figure four going, bringing your knee in towards your chest. And this should feel really good. If anything does not feel great, then just back off to something else. And you take that supporting leg down. Both knees are up now. And now we're going to go back into another butterfly, but this time laying on our backs. And again, if you have the block or pillows and you want to put them underneath so that you give yourself a feeling of being supported, that works out very nicely. You can bring one hand to your heart center and the other hand hand down on your abdomen and then breathe in and out. In and out. One more deep breath in. Out. And now letting your legs stretch out. Take one last stretch. Your arms up over your head. Exhale. Inhale. And bring your arms back down. Gently, gently. Palms up. Toes are dropping open to the sides. This is our final relaxation. Feel welcome to just stay in this position for as long as you'd like. Fall asleep here. Hopefully it's okay. What a nice way to end the day. Thank you for joining me. And I hope to see you tomorrow for day 38 of Physical Health Journey.